Hello and welcome to DC Figures and Collectibles. I am Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, as well as Batman TAS Figs on YouTube. And I am joined by my co-host all the way from Stoke-on-Trent, England. And you can find him on Instagram at the.batfan. It's Scott P. Scott, how you doing? This eve before Halloween.
Yes, it is. Even before Halloween, yeah. It's the calm before the storm. Before the end begins.
Yes, and we were. I kind of like the way this Halloween has fallen on in terms of days, because we got a great past weekend from you, and also Lewis of the Bat Collector on Instagram, where you guys tackled one of the, I think, more fun villains to at least take photos of, or I would imagine also film or animate, and that's due to the fear illusions, and that is the Scarecrow. So how was that for you? How was that for you creatively?
Good fun. I didn't actually. I used the more Arkham pictures, but that was definitely a purposeful plot to not overuse the Scarecrow, because it would have we might as well just done a Scarecrow theme then. So I tried to mix it up a little bit and do some different pictures and different setups rather than just doing Scarecrow pics. So although I did the first picture was inspired by the Scarecrow, it was the second picture that I actually featured him. So it was really good fun though. Yeah, good challenge for all of us. Yeah,
this one. Yeah. Of all the nostalgia and of all the parts of animated series, I think most people, if they see this scene, it's very recognizable, and you captured it very, very well. What was this one like?
Thank you. Yeah, that's super kind, and it was good fun to set up that one. I'd had that for a while. I didn't ever plan on using it for this theme, and then the Halloween theme came up, and I was like, do you know what, that kind of works, so I'm going to put that into that and use it for it.
Well, how was it like doing the lighting on the screen on that one? Hold on.
Tricky. So Batman's got a red light on like an iPod. So just let me find the app on here that I use to make sure I get the right name. So it's called Color Light. It's you can't really see it on here. It's the app on the bottom corner of the screen. It's called Color Light, and so you can just white out, or you can change the settings on here. Just put like a red screen on it.
Oh, okay.
And so I just use an old iPod for that. It comes in handy. You can use purple, blue, green, loads of different colours. But yeah, it's a fantastic app. It's free. Download it. It's called Color Light. It's got like a multicolour logo as the header for it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I use it for a lot of pictures. And yeah, it works out quite nice for that one.
Well, that's probably that scene will always get me, and seeing you do your take on it is always a lot of fun. But that going from something that was very memorable and that was actually in a Batman media, you take us to a dream sequence scene that we wish we would have all gotten to see. Man. But the way you put it together here is, I mean, I don't think we need the video game style. I'm sure it would be fun, but I really, really like your take on this, especially all the little details and the accessories, the perfectly placed extreme set, and you managed to have pretty good focus on every figure, I think.
That was the challenge, funnily enough, getting the right focus. So I had to put it at an angle where all the figures were sort of flat to the screen and not sort of like at different depths. Obviously, other than Firefly and Two-Face, I couldn't avoid that problem, but the rest of them wanted to get them so they were kind of flat on the screen. And yeah, like you say, it was just getting the right accessories. So I brought these pumpkins from eBay for about £3 each. So it's like £6 for 6 of them. So that was pretty good. Just chucked in the Professor Pig mask at the bottom left, and then got some 1/12 scale money, and the rabbit hole Batman clock. Long gun, yeah. That's molded onto the table for it's from the Arkham Origins Joker table diorama. I just pulled the table off the actual TV stand, And then you just got a Penguin's umbrella and his hat on the desk, and I would love to have seen that moment from Arkham Knight when they all gathered together.
That the one thing I really like is, as cool as it is to see all the villains together, that Scarecrow does not get enough love, and you really captured a lot of the cool sculpting details, especially in the face.
Yeah, he's amazing, that Scarecrow. It really is. I have to say, I love the detail that they included, like the front of like the canisters and over his shoulder and things. That's something that often gets overlooked with the DC collectible figures. But he looks fantastic, Scarecrow. Such a cool figure, and the detail of like the broken leg where he got mauled by Croc years ago in the asylum.
And the dream sequence.
Details like that. Yeah,
or not the
brilliant.
At the end sequence.
Yeah, fantastic.
Then this is a figure you don't see quite often, I dare say.
Yes.
Tell us about this one.
He is brilliant. I literally bought him for the Steam. It's the Long Halloween DC Directs Batman. So old now, this figure. It's over 10 years old, I think. Maybe even 15 years old. I can't remember what it was.
Looks pretty good for an old fig.
Yeah, pretty damn good. Got it used on eBay for about £15. So got a good deal on that. It's a lovely cape that he's got on him. I love the ears on this figure. I thought I was going to hate them, but I actually quite like them. And so I brought them calendars a few weeks before, and I was looking to use them in the right picture. And then obviously, once again, the Steam came up, and I was like, this is going to have to use it for this. So I just did like a holidays hideout sort of setup. And I decided just to go with that and see what it looked like, and put these posters up and circled all the dates of the killings that are from the comic.
That's a detail that's a detail that is super cool that you did.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I did the comic justice, and then I sort of.
I hope people appreciate that, because that's really cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got it as accurate as I could, and I put them in on this tray and got a tea bag, and then sort of dab them with it to give that sort of brown effect. It doesn't really come across in the picture. But
they do look weathered.
Yeah, it doesn't really come across as well in the picture, so I tried to do that just because if it was plain white, it'd look a bit boring. And then use the Capullo Commissioner Gordon, because he kind of looks like the same Gordon from the comic.
I think it's awesome that we finally get to see that figure. I haven't seen it at all used in a long time, so it's cool to see. Yeah.
He's a fantastic figure. It really is very, very cool.
And it's a different kind of hunt. You get to go online and search for.
It's good fun. I love it when we do themes like this that are really sort of different, and you have to go out and buy a few figures for it. It's good fun.
I saw this one pop up quite a few places.
Yeah. I want to make sure I get it right. Who shared it? I think it was Toy Tribe that shared it. It was Toy Tribe. Yeah, really kind of them for sharing it. And the idea I'd come up with this was a few weeks beforehand, and I thought Mikey dressed up as Batman would be a nice Halloween costume for him, and so he could go knocking on the Wayne's house. And I brought some, you can see it in the background, some bunting, and I just blue tacks it to the screen to make it look like it was above the door. And Mikey going to the Wayne's house to get some pizza for Halloween.
I would never have guessed that was tacked up on the screen. I would have thought it was part of the screen.
That's
crazy.
That's super kind. Yeah, thank you. It's
that's incredible. Because I was thinking, where the heck did you find that? Is that from an episode? Is that fan art?
Yeah, it's from. What episode is it from now? I think it's from Eternal Youth, when Maggie's about to knock on the door. I just did a print screen of it, and then I had to edit it to make it look a bit darker, because obviously that was set in the daytime. So edited it a little bit, give it that darker brown feel, and then put the bunting on the door.
And now that's one thing, but this is quite another. And I got a behind the scenes image of this, and it was insane. And you told me that the setup was quite a long process, so I'd love to hear.
Oh my god, it took ages.
But first of all, to get this guy in the screen and him all in one is a feat of its own.
Well, that picture was literally taken on the bedroom wall behind me that you can see right now. I had to set up like a tray along the floor, stand Batman on it, put Grundy behind him, so they didn't fall over because it's my bed is literally there. So, and then put all like the cobwebs, blue tack on the top of them to the wall, and then have them draping down over and behind Grundy. It took freaking ages to get them right, to make sure that every bit of the screen was covered, leaving a few black holes in there just to give it that sort of haunting effect a little bit. But yes, it took a while to get 100% right, and then just put a bit of edited, like warm sort of orange at the bottom of the screen as well.
That's some of my favorite bits.
Yeah, just to get I don't know why I decided to put it on, but I just thought it looks all right.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a killer shot, and talking about figures we don't see enough of, this is definitely one, just because it's probably incredibly hard to shoot on scale.
Oh god, yeah, I've only ever taken like 2 pictures of him. Need to do some more if I can, but Grundy's so freaking cool.
Plus, isn't he extremely rare and pricey?
Oh, he's so expensive. I was lucky to get a good deal on him, but you're probably looking at about £200 now in the UK, which is just a joke.
Toy level.
But yeah, I'd still rather buy him than get 2 Mezcos. He's just so cool.
Yeah, especially the stuff that you showed me with his chest opening and all that. I didn't never know about that.
His chest is crazy, man.
Of course, I wasn't collecting back then. I quite like this one too, I gotta say.
Oh, joking! I finally uploaded that picture that we talked about.
We finally get to see the custom in action.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, that one, because you can see some of the dodgy paint. But I've retaken a few pictures today, and yeah.
Where's the dodgy paint?
So you can see it on the outside of his thigh. It's not quite right. It's annoying, but figure it out at some point.
Only the artist would recognize that. But then, oh man, you're just killing it with these scarecrow shots and like Halloween.
It's so hard not to overdo it. It's very difficult.
I hope you realize that people really enjoy this, especially when you're killing it like this. The lighting, the mood that you're giving off lately is really, really cool.
Thanks, man. That's super kind. Yeah, so that 2 shot is 2 massive pumpkins that we've got for Halloween, and then to reuse the cobwebs for a bit more effects, and then put some mini pumpkins in. And yeah, I did a few alternate pictures of it, just Scarecrow on his own. I deleted one of them, but I'll probably upload the other tomorrow. Yeah,
plus you gotta get use out of those pumpkins while you can.
Yes, definitely true. Definitely true.
And staying another Scarecrow.
I'll be honest, I regret uploading this picture. I
Why?
Don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't like this picture at all for some reason.
I even enjoy the framing, the way you put Robin and Gordon in between. I really enjoy that too.
Okay. No.
And the way that you have that panning up too, it gives it that depth where it does look like there's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind, because I don't know what it is. Just don't like this picture. I had 2 takes of this one, and then there was a different one with an alternate background. I wish I'd used the other one, but never mind.
And this is one that should not be overlooked, because just on effort alone and what you did, it was a crazy process, right?
Yes, that was okay. So it's usual.
There's 3 of these.
Yeah, that one with I love the cape on this figure.
I really enjoy this.
Of the cape.
This is my.
I had to take a picture of that cape. Any sort of shot with that cape in. But so there's a scene. So there's a scene in Hereafter from the Justice League animated series where Superman's trying to find the Watchtower, and I thought it's a similar sort of location to that. It's like in a swamp where he sees the cockroaches for the first time, and that's what inspired me to have a go with that. Yeah, so when I went to a place called Knipersley, it's got a big waterfall up there, so I walked past the waterfall and carried on going, and there's a nice little rocky area, and that's where I did the picture for him.
And I noticed that a lot of people, especially fans of the show, were really, really enjoying this shot.
Yeah, I mean, to get a reaction like that on a figure that most of people won't have a clue what it is. It's very, very kind. It really is. Yeah.
Or that just it's that old. People usually don't tend to care.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't even know this figure exists. It's mad, but
I had no idea.
really, really, really kind. I mean, it's easy just go and do a boring picture of Batman, stood up somewhere, which we will talk more about later.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that. And what I'm looking forward to, as I always look forward to, and I know that many of you do, what can we expect this week?
This weekend, this weekend we're going to do a team up theme, and both of us.
What does that mean?
Okay, so we just characters teaming up. Literally, that's all it is. So
hero.
Yeah, heroes, villains, whatever you want to see. People just teaming up. Yeah, but what we have done is both ban Justice League. The Justice League are banned from this theme because that would be pretty boring for us. Because we said to. Yeah, Lewis was like, okay, we're both going to do Justice League shots if we do a team up theme, so let's just ban that and we'll go and do something different. I was like, do you know what? That's a good idea. Yeah, doesn't mean Justice League members won't appear in it, but they won't all be together. We'll do something different.
There are loopholes.
Yeah, there's going to be one predictable, boring shot I'll do, but the rest of them will be all very different, I think.
I really am looking forward to this. Your weekend themes. How long have your weekend themes been going so far?
Oh man, maybe about a year and 2 months, maybe something like that. We've been doing it now.
They have yet to get stale. You guys are always bringing something fresh every weekend, even though you think it's fun to try to guess the shots you're going to do based on your themes and then seeing what you guys end up actually doing. Because I love it. It's just fun seeing.
Yeah, there's so many different ways we could do it. We could do themes based on ideas, like a team up, or themes based on characters. There's so many we haven't done. What
you did recently was a storyline.
Yeah, and all stuff that is just seasonal, like Halloween. Obviously, we're going to be doing a Christmas theme. We're going to be doing stuff like Arkham Origins around Christmas. When we did the Rocksteady trilogy, we purposely left out Origins because we want to do that at Christmas. So, just stuff like that. That's planned.
I love that there is a plan to the madness. Yeah,
there is a plan. It's organised chaos, is what it is. Sometimes not even organised.
I didn't even know it was that organised. That's impressive.
Anyway, it's time for me to indulge in some of your work over the last week. And we're going to start off with this one. Once again, I apologise to the viewers for my terrible framing of this horrible camera. But yes, this one. So
that was actually not planned. That was not how I planned to do it. No. I planned on having it where it looked like they were walking to the left and Barbara's tilted with her arm holding up her cape, and I was going to have Nightwing saying like, oh, I dig the new look, and her like, oh, this old thing or something like that. But then I thought that was kind of shallow. I don't know. I just wasn't that. I just like, that's kind of corny. And I worked on that. I thought, I want to go a little deeper and like, what is the significance between these characters, especially in the animated universe? And then, I thought there could be a lot of different layers added to the irony in them saying nothing can keep us apart with the bat signal in between them.
Yeah.
A lot of irony.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's inspired by is that inspired by the Killing Joke, is it? I didn't see.
I don't know if it's inspired by anything other than just the fact that the Timverse, I'd say, because it was their story and finding out how everything resolved, especially in the comics. For the people that found out, like me, later, like years after the show was over, it's like, whoa, that's heavy stuff for a cartoon. Batman was always heavy, but that's really heavy. Yeah,
it's a dark series. The animated series is. It's a lot darker than it gets credit for, if that's the right way to put it. It really is. I mean, really, you just look at what happened to Tim Drake and stuff like that. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, and my thinking is like it works on a bunch of different levels because you could have, obviously, Batman comes between them, the crime fighting comes between them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Man has an affair with her. Like, Batman is always just a jerk to Nightwing, so that kept him from actually being around.
Yeah, it's so true, that is. And this picture is my favourite picture that I've seen you take this week.
I'm really, really glad that you like that, because this is the one I've probably most been ever satisfied with, because it actually looks how I want it to look.
It's absolutely identical to the title card.
Yes. I'm glad that you.
It's actually identical. What is Reality is one of my favorite ever. If not,
well, that's another reason I was hoping you'd like it.
In fact, What is Reality is my favorite ever BTS episode, apart from Make 'Em Laugh. So that title card was
just say that really either. I don't
really instantly recognizable. What I'm going to do is just find it on my computer so that I can.
Yeah, and it was funny as I was about to start the episode to imagine like what scene I wanted to do, and as soon as I put it up and saw that, I was like, okay, right there, that's it. I got to try to do it.
It's absolutely perfect. Honestly, that the whole
you're being really
card and that. So you got What is Reality and What is Reality. I just think it's fantastic, man.
That makes my week. That makes my week. Because it's very simple, and it felt like it was simple, but just because there's no editing on that with the lighting. It's just I had a little bit of sharpness, and that's it.
What background did you use for that?
Just a black paper background, and I used a light, like a regular. You could get it off Amazon, and just put it on with no stand up, just on its side. And I used a little bit of atmosphere aerosol for the back, because I knew I didn't want to like edit to give it that glow on Photoshop. And I used a Nike outlet bag because they're orange, and I put my phone light through that because it was just a dim enough light to give the orange that I wanted. So
fantastic.
It was a lot of fun, and I made sure I did it early in the morning where my room's still completely dark and I could like work with lighting better.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Looks absolutely awesome.
Well, only true photographers would know how, like, you want to get something right really badly.
Yes, absolutely.
It's when really
it's like when you've got a sort of vision in your head of the end product, and you're determined to get that sort of vision across.
Yeah, because there is another one that I thought was going to work out well that didn't get the response and didn't really. It just didn't go as well as I thought, and that was my almost got him. I thought that was a good idea in theory, but it just didn't get the response.
Almost got him. Where are we looking?
You passed it. Scroll up.
Oh,
it's in the middle. Go up above right there. Below Jeopardy.
I almost got him. Here we go.
I thought it'd be funny because I always wonder what the planning scene would be like, where they're planning the bus. And there's Batman walking around in like a Killer Croc outfit.
No, I enjoyed this. I did enjoy this.
I feel like like some person said that it took them a while to even understand what was going on. So I was like, maybe I didn't portray the message. But that was what I was like. What you did, that was inspired a lot by the scene that we talked about where you did the Arkham shot, where it's like something you want to see, but they never really show.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, it's so fun just creating moments that are from episodes, but we didn't get to see. So obviously, it's something that you can sort of base an idea off. But
plus, I mean, how many times can you do the poker table shot? It's like I can't do
exactly. Exactly. And so this was from a previous episode's review.
Yes.
And I had to throw this a mention because we talked about there's no snow this time of year. That was no problem for you though.
Well, luckily my mom and dad are on a no sugar diet, so I capitalized on that while they're still trying to fight that urge. And I took their bad sugar, and I made sure I laid a towel down and like kept as much of a mess down as possible. And I took this outside to get the proper lighting. So the only real lighting is the headlight, and you can see it kind of looks light at the bottom right corner. And that's actually the sun starting to peek through, so I only had a limited time to take this. If it was real snow, it would have been melted. But the main thing I love that made the shot was that little accessory from the Ninja Turtle thing.
Yeah. Fantastic that is there for everyone can see. And the trees as well. Trees look brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah, those are just cheap Halloween trees, Michael's.
Well, yeah, it looks fantastic. And I was gonna mention this picture. One of my favourite
You haven't
moments.
seen this episode, Scott?
Funnily enough, I'm about to watch it for the first time. It's coming up on the because I'm watching JLU at the minute, and yeah, I'm about to watch this episode, so I'm interested to see what happens.
First time, yeah.
Goodness knows. But I definitely want to talk about this one. So obviously you've used the Lex Luthor body as a stand-in for Terry McGinnis, which I think works really well. To be honest, for this picture, it looks fantastic.
Thankfully, Jesse Eisenberg is not a tall person. Tell scaled it well, and yeah, I mean I think Son of Martha, our previous guest, put a comment in there saying that Lex body is the gift that keeps on giving, because it actually is a really good body for any out of costume figure, just a guy walking the street or just a thug. And usually you can find it for like $5 or £5.
Yeah,
from UK slang. And so, yeah, and that is also the Batman, the Total Heroes Mattel Terry head. So it doesn't come with the 3-pack. That will cost you a lot more now.
It's mad that thing exists. I'm so glad I picked it up. As soon as I saw you'd got it, I was like, oh, I've got to get this too. And yeah, like you say, now it's just so rare. I genuinely believe it's because you've brought it and other people have brought it.
I remember seeing it, and I remember it being like a vague memory, like seeing it in a store, but there wasn't a time when I collected. And if for some reason I was like stuck with me, and I still, when I was doing these shots and collecting, I was always had that in the back of my head. Like if they ever do Batman Beyond, I got to try to like find a middle-aged head, but then that clicked. It's like, wait, there is a figure out there. And I remember looking, and luckily I think it was around $50, so it's still relatively cheap.
Yeah, that's a good price. You get so much use out of it as well, and it makes a perfect JLU Batman Beyond body.
Yeah, talking about getting a lot of use out of it, Mattel got double use out of it with the recent Batman Beyond.
Yes, Mattel, the cheapskates.
Using the wings and the batarangs.
Oh, God, that's just so stupid. I can't believe that. They might as well just put that whole figure back in.
Why not? It's selling like hotcakes. They should have. They would have sold.
Oh, God, it's just crazy, isn't it, Mattel? But that's why they've lost the license, because they were being lazy. So, yeah, it says it all. Finally, I want to finish off with another Batman picture of old man Bruce Wayne.
Yes, of an old picture when I had both Mezco Dark Knight figures.
Well, I can remember seeing this picture for one of the first times when I didn't have an Instagram account. So to see this,
oh, really?
Yeah, to see this pop back up was majorly exciting.
Yeah, well, it's because our talk and really our discussion, and I really enjoy when we do the figure of the week. And I don't know why I said when we do, because we're going to do it every week. But just thinking, it really made me want to get more creative with my shots as of late, and what we're going to talk about in a little bit about storytelling. And so it's I enjoy going back sometimes, and especially when we're talking about this figure, because I'd always brought a lot of inspiration for me. So it was fun to look back at these.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've grown a lot since I did that picture, so I'm sure there's a lot of people I haven't seen it. So okay, I'll do this.
Yeah.
I missed those Mezco though.
Oh, Mezco.
Desperate times. I had to sell them.
Yeah, they were when Mezco were in their heyday back then.
Oh, those are like holy grail Mezcos now.
Amazing Mezco figures. So
at least I had them.
Yeah, fantastic week though for pictures for you. Really have enjoyed seeing what you've been coming up with.
And to you,
massive good fun. It's been massive good fun seeing all these pictures. Got a nice mixture of brand new ideas with classic recreations. Brilliant.
I'm trying. And then, so what you brought up and what we talked about in a message that you want to talk about, and I think is something that is very important, especially. I think that a lot of people, when they're looking at photos and people that do toy photography, the people that are really enjoyable are the ones that tend to tell a story with their photos. And that's what you wanted to talk about, is storytelling in photography, correct?
Yeah. Storytelling for me is it's important for so many different reasons, but the main reason I think is it just gives more depth to a picture or an image that you're trying to portray. So
It's like 4D.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's people out there that just do pictures of Batman standing on a rooftop, and great, that's it visually looks brilliant and everything, but
if it's shot
there's
well,
but there's no real depth to that, and I do it sometimes. I do it a lot less often than I used to, a lot less often. Believe you me, you just have to look down my page and you can tell that. But now I've tried to put more emphasis on storytelling. People like you and Lewis have inspired me to do that, because it's massively important, I feel like, to add a real depth to your picture. And I've always from day one tried to put meaningful quotes on pictures as well, whether it's made up from myself, whether it's researched. If I'm not familiar with something like a comic book or anything like that, I want to get something accurate across to a figure. And with BTAS pictures or Justice League pictures, just things I remember, things that pop into your head. So I don't know about you, but when I'm thinking of a picture to create, it's more than often a particular quote or something that comes into my head. Yeah. So like when I recently got the ice spikes for Mr. Freeze, the quote I wanted to use for that picture came straight to mind, where when you think of it, Batman, to never walk again, that sort of quote. And then that's where I built the picture around. It wasn't like, right, I've got ice spikes, so I need to do a freeze picture. It was very much saying, right, okay, I've got this quote idea, so let's use the ice spikes I've got to put into it, if you know what I mean, not the other way around. So
I love the fact that literally he cannot walk if he even wanted to right now because of the cold.
Yeah. I just feel like it's got to mean something. It gets boring just seeing pictures of single characters all the time.
Well, and talking like to add upon your point, where anyone could do a visual image of something. You could put an image of something with no context, and it could look good, but okay, what's the meaning? What does it mean to me?
Yeah.
What memory do I have tied to it? And that's why there's been people that have tried to do animated series since Batman the Animated Series and stuff like that, or like any original movie, like anytime they redo something, or even like with Star Wars, you could put these characters on screen and add different things that make it look like Star Wars, but without the proper story, they're not going to like it. It's just, it's decoration. So story is important. And when you add a love for character and you add like a proper figure, proper background, and you do everything in the vision that you'd like, that capture that's something that people, that gets across to people. And I think that there's no coincidence that the people that are really good at that tend to have a lot of interaction with their fans on their page, because that's something that people love. Like that's why like Lewis is fantastic at doing a storytelling shot. And not only that, but like his lighting is always spot on. It's the figures are just brought to life by the way he poses, and so that's what you could tell that comes across. And there's others like we've talked about in the past where there'll be beautiful shots and they'll wonder wwhy they're not getting 1,000 likes straight off the bat, and in a week, I'm going to sell my figures. I think I'm going to quit. And stuff like that. It's like, well, because you're not getting it.
Yeah. You've got to understand characters to a certain point, which is something I don't always do, but I try and do research to help understand characters. And that's why I usually shoot DCAU and Arkham characters, because I feel like I understand them a lot better than comic book characters, which is why I don't feature many Capullo figures and stuff like that. And I guess that's the same for everybody. They photograph what they can relate to best. But that makes me laugh, when you see people buying a figure because it's popular, because they think they can get likes for it or something. I find that genuinely embarrassing. And like, it's and anybody
like buys a Transformer, but not ever watching the show or something like that.
And anybody who buys a Gomez Mezco figure, you are all guilty of that. You're not buying that figure because it tells a story. It doesn't tell a story. It's not a character. It's not a comic book character or anything.
They could say it's sparking their imagination.
It's a stupid ant that is a shameless branding for a company
it's
that
an ad.
releases horrible figure. Have you seen that new Harley that's just been revealed?
I haven't. Ever since I stopped looking at their page after I saw that it was up with the pre-order right away in Batman '89. It's like until I hear Batman '89's up, I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
What's going on with her?
Oh well, it's a new Harley Quinn figure they just released. Would you believe? And I'm gonna try and find it. I'm gonna try and find it now.
You know that another one's going to be announced soon for the.
Of course, absolutely, of course it is. Here we go.
Versions.
It's a Harley Quinn figure.
Oh no!
It looks shocking, man. It looks shocking.
You guys are getting my genuine first reaction.
Yeah, this isn't.
That's horrific.
It's very bad.
Is that social media Harley? Social justice Harley?
No, socially awkward Harley.
Socially awkward. I mean, there's one accessory I like, or maybe two, but the figure is horrendous.
Well, I mean, the gun rocket launcher thing you get in the number one anyway. This mallet thing is rubbish. Head sculpt's disgusting. Yeah, Joker doll's the only good thing about that, which I believe you get that with a normal release anyway. So what's the point in?
Oh my god!
I don't. It's disgusting. That's the worst figure I've ever seen them reveal.
Apart from someone said, what were some of the
Thunderfire Wonder Woman? Everyone's going nuts for it, of course, and this is what I mean. Like, it's a terrible figure, and you're just going nuts because it's a Mezco figure. Like, just get off the bandwagon. It's rubbish.
I just don't like it because it's from a storyline where the character was becoming less Harley Quinn from where she was originated from the Batman animated series.
Yeah, yeah. Mezco live in a world where they've got 2 Harley Quinn figures now on pre-order, and it's just.
And a third and fourth probably on the way. Birds of Prey plus the alternate or the ultimate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just a terrible, terrible idea. Just do something different. You know, there's a new Superman figure. I feel like there's a gap there. There's an '89 figure they need to make. Do something different. Stop making Harley Quinn and.
You can make Harley Quinn after all the money that we pay you guys on the pre-order for the '89s.
Yeah,
but put the '89s up.
Yeah, literally, like, just such a stupid company.
Charge us $200 for it. We'll still pay it. Just release them so we can be.
Shocking figure. So I don't understand. They're revealing all these new figures at Comic-Con, then releasing ones that they've never shown before, or putting them up for pre-order at least. Yeah, very strange. I never will understand Mezco. Never.
Oh my goodness.
No, the only company that's weirder than them are DC Collectibles. That's it. DC Collectibles are a weird company. They have absolutely no understanding of their customer base, and even less understanding of how to make a decent figure lately.
Yeah, and the fact that when they do make figures now, it's pretty apparent why they're doing it. Like how you were easily able to assess why they rushed the Justice animated figures out.
Yeah.
With the fact that they're just trying to get it out to make money before the license runs out.
Some of the QC issues, shocking. But look, they can make great figures. Like this figure, it's brilliant. There's hardly any articulation on it. It's better than these stupid Essential figures they're making nowadays. Yeah. Brilliant figures. I don't get it. Honestly, don't understand it. So, is there any new plastic that you've seen, or that you're thinking of getting, or that you've got?
No, there really isn't. Nothing I've seen showing up has really sparked my interest. I mean, there's stuff that looks cool, but nothing that I'm like eager to buy. Yeah. I know that's the newest thing coming out in about a week or after Halloween. Or yeah, I think it's this next upcoming Monday is going to be that Alfred. Yes. Alfred and Mikey.
Alfred and Mikey's going to be awesome.
Yes, and you're getting help for acquiring that?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Kevin's going to be helping.
So at least we have a figure we could both review on. So.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, nice. And still waiting on that Batgirl as well. That still hasn't been sent out by GameStop. It's GameStop, hurry up.
Oh, we'll be able to discuss that as well. Which I'm actually really looking forward to hearing your thoughts on that one because there are some good, bad. In my eyes, I don't know what you think.
Yeah, definitely are.
But other than that, still wondering about that '89, like we discussed. But I'm stoked for McFarlane. I'm really looking forward to see how quick they start producing and like releasing stuff. And how much, because it seems like they're just gonna start boom, 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 like just
feels like it. Definitely does feel like it.
That'd be nice. Now, it's something we haven't done in a while.
Yeah,
it seems like, because there's been a lot to talk about. The Joker's been killing it in the box office. It's gonna be easily probably make more of a profit than the Avengers Endgame, because it doesn't have to spend $300 million to get people interested in coming to see it.
Yeah,
because a beloved iconic character
with endless CGI and bad jokes.
Yeah, CGI trash that just smacks you senseless by the time it's over. You're numb to anything. So we're glad that Joker's killing it and people are seeing what a real movie looks like. And talking about real things, there was a time when cartoons were everything. Cartoons were great. Or Batman the Animated Series was king. And it's about time we get back to reviewing it. It's been a while. The last one we did was Cat Scratch Fever. And this one is the strange secret of why didn't they use Hugo Strange more often? Right?
Yeah, why didn't they? I don't get it. It's
you would have been really cool to see more in the early ones.
Yes, definitely would have been. You know,
like, what if he was used as the Doctor at the end in Dreams in Darkness, and he was always wondering because he never took off his mask? Like, who was he? Who was he? I gotta know.
Yeah, that'd have been cool, actually. Yeah, and this is like his revenge to his way to find out.
Yeah, cool. It would have been off. I guess there's one thing they didn't do right on this show, besides Terrible Trio and Farmer Brown.
Yeah, Farmer Brown.
3 sins of Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, there was only 3, thank God. But
so, what do you think when you think of this? Besides, there's missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity genuinely is one of the big things, but also the cast for it is brilliant. The villains that we can see later in the show, fantastic.
It's almost like a twist that even show up.
It is, yeah, and I love that it's out of Gotham as well. We don't, it's not in the city any of this episode, or very very little of it. The start is, but the rest of it isn't. So, and the title card as well. The title card is amazing for this. Yeah. The title card is absolutely amazing. They always put the effort into title cards. Unless it's Laughing Fish, then they don't bother.
Yeah, like, there's no point trying to hide this one.
Yeah, definitely.
It's already a comic. Forget about it. All right, so we start out with a woman standing on a bridge, and the bridge that reads that it is closed. There shouldn't be people there.
Yeah,
and we come to realize that this is Judge Maria Vargas, and she's supposed to be meeting a couple people. She's unaware that this vigilante in black is following her, and these thugs are demanding money, and she says that they're supposed to be making a trade. The men show her this videotape. We have no idea what it is. She hands them over money, and the thugs claim that it's not all there, and things go bad from there. What happens?
Yeah. So Judge Vargas very ambitiously tries to go after the tape on a very predictably unsteady bridge, sort of pillar that's sticking out the side of it. I don't know how to describe it. But she's going after the tape. I actually couldn't think of it. Why would she ever go after the tape? There'd be no point. No one's going to get to that. If at that point the tape's pretty much gone, then I don't know why she bothers going after it. But nevertheless, she does, of course. And Batman goes out, grabs her, saves her from falling into the water. And the
mob hides all the dead bodies.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But then later, that evening, we see the commissioner talking to Batman after Judge Vargas has been taken away in an ambulance, and the car that they left in is registered to one of, predictably, Rowan Daggett's subsidiary companies, which is a nice little connection. Yeah, that guy's all over Gotham. I love how they do stuff like that, though. Just little Easter eggs.
Like the Trump of Gotham.
he is, yeah. He's the Trump of Gotham. Yeah, he is. And so Robin then comes to pick up Batman in the Batwing. He's just like, "Oh, do I look like I need vacation to you?" And he's like, "Get out of town."
Yeah,
it's like my thoughts exactly.
Truly.
Yeah, typical Robin. I like how Robin's used in this episode, though. Very sparingly, but very well used as well.
Yeah, that is something that they always tend to do well with, is striking a balance where I think they wanted to make it not too unbelievable that a kid was always a Batman, but it's enjoyable when he's not, especially how they did it.
Yeah,
But then
definitely.
we see that the police arrive to take this Vargas to a hospital, and she's not hurt badly, but she cannot provide any information. So Batman and Gordon are still like, don't know what she was doing there, why she was afraid, why she felt the need to go out onto a construction beam to try to retrieve this tape. How bad could it be?
Yeah.
So, and like you said, it's tied to a health resort spring for Daggett Industries, and we get to see Batman take Alfred there, and Alfred actually gets to go on a vacation and wear a different wardrobe.
Yeah, Alfred does look strange in anything other than his normal clothes.
So what happens from there, Scott?
Okay, yeah. So after that, we see Batman arriving at the health spring, or whatever it's called.
Second one we've seen.
Yeah,
Poison Ivy had one.
Very similar, isn't it? Yeah, all these villains have got their own health springs and all this. But yeah, so he goes to meet with Hugo Strange. Bruce is looking forward to meeting him and seeing what's gonna happen. And Hugo Strange hooks him up to this machine that you brilliantly have recreated recently in some of your pictures.
It was a fun one.
Yeah, which I absolutely love. Fantastic.
Know what I'm going to think to do for this one?
Yeah, that's going to be a difficult one to recreate. So there's a machine, and as you can see on Talos' picture, he's remembering the death of his parents, which is exactly what Bruce is remembering as he is thinking about the past tragedy. And Hugo Strange gets him to open his mind and really tries to pressure Bruce when Batman or Bruce Wayne, as we find out, is really resisting the pressure from Strange to reveal.
And at this secrets. Time, he's still unaware that his thoughts are being seen.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on, which is quite cool, really, because
vulnerable Batman.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Bruce is saying, it's my parents' death isn't a secret, and he's like, Hugo Strange just brutally says, yeah, but nobody knows that you feel you're the one responsible for it, which is just it's a low blow, that is.
Yeah, and he delivers it so coldly.
Yeah, he does, and the voice casting as well, perfect. Andrea Romano again just nails it with that voice cast, and Strange manages to get Bruce to reveal the truth, and you see the bats fly on the screen, which I just think is an epic image, and that's when Hugo Strange takes the tape out of the machine, and that's it. The session is over. He's got what he wants.
And we kind of also get a hint to why someone like Judge would have been nervous about the tape. Even though do we know at this point? Have they revealed what she saw?
We don't find out till slightly later, but again, like you say, you can kind of get the idea now of what's actually happening.
Yes. And poor Bruce, still unaware, which I like. And then from there, we see Hugo. He's stoked to know the secret. He finds it out, and as any good villain, especially an entrepreneur like himself, who's not only a doctor at Arkham, but also has a health spa, he decides he's going to call up Gotham's rogues somehow. Like, where does he get the numbers? That's amazing in and of itself. Actually, it does make sense because he's the Arkham doctor, so he probably would have their information.
Yeah.
But we see one of the highlights that we get to see him calling a villain is where he calls the Joker and he gets his answering machine, and we hear him say, "Boy, did you get the wrong number." Like, I really love that. And we eventually do see that the three villains show up, and the three villains we get are Two-Face, Penguin, and Joker, of course.
I love how when they get off the plane, you hear their own theme tunes play.
Yeah, each one.
That's one of my favourite moments of the entire episode.
Of course, Two-Faces doesn't quite fit in because it's so menacing. He's coming off a private jet in the sun. But it's still nice.
So when Joker gets off, he's like, lovely fresh air. He's like, oh, I hate it. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's fun seeing the villains interact, especially with their own personalities, which we see him burn later on as well, right?
Yeah, definitely, we do indeed.
So where do we go from there once all the villains are accrued?
So Strange takes them back to his compound, his health spa, whatever whatever he decides he's going to call it.
Villain paradise.
Yeah, the villain pad or whatever. So Alfred tells Bruce about them arriving, and but unfortunately Alfred gets caught, and a dose of sodium pentatol makes Alfred talk. And,
AKA
about
the
where
truth
Bruce
serum.
Yeah, the truth serum.
Or Alf.
So after Bruce records what we don't know yet, but will later be revealed, Bruce records himself on the machine again, and then smashes up with a fire extinguisher. I love one hit to a metal block of a fire extinguisher is enough to make the whole place burn down.
They were probably at the end. They just were like, we don't want to animate all that.
Yeah, it's like echoes of the Clayface episode again. But then unfortunately Bruce is obviously captured. He's pinned in a corner. He's not got his bat belt with him, so he's going to be vulnerable to attack from these thugs. And we then cut back to the scene of Scarecrow. Scarecrow? Where's he appeared from? Halloween. He could be anywhere. There's a vision. Yeah, there is a vision going on. So we see Two-Face, Joker, and Penguin then bidding for the tape.
Yeah.
Which lovely is like.
They finally know what they're bidding on.
Yeah.
Well, they already
finally found out, and
they finally see what they. What do they see?
Yeah. So we get to see the tape, which is hilarious, but also the line that Joker delivers to burn Two-Face, which is fantastic. He's like, get out of my face, clown. Like, which one? Brilliant. No, Harvey Dent got burned again, literally for the second time, which is
fitting.
It is fitting. And so eventually Penguin comes up with a sensible idea of pooling their money together rather than squabbling. And so they pool 51 million and 53 cents together to buy the tape. And as that's happening, we see a scene where Batman's, Alfred's apologising to Bruce. I'm so sorry, Master Wayne. I got caught. And it's like, it's fine. This is working out just as I planned.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, of course. So as Hugo Strange is about to play the tape to the villains, Bruce manages to escape. He's there back as Batman, and he plugs in something to the machine. And it's at that point we see the hilarious moment when Hugo Strange is talking to his thug, saying, with this device I can get Batman to be anybody I choose. And then at that moment when it cuts back to saying, Hugo Strange is like, no, stop, this is the wrong tape.
And hearing him like, did he call them names? Like, didn't he call like them nitwits or something?
Yeah, something stupid like that. I love that. Penguin's like, fellow miscreants, we've been had.
Yeah. It is funny to see Joker's face expression change. And then...
so funny.
From there, we also see a different wardrobe change from Joker, where he's wearing Captain's hat, and they decide just to take...
Oh, that's hilarious.
take old Strange up into the skies, and they're going to probably just throw him out, right?
Yeah, they're just going to chuck him out, and... Batman manages to chase them, and just as he's going after them, he just says to Alfred, "Have you spoke to Dick?" And he's like, "Yes, I spoke to Master Grayson as you requested, sir." So that's a little Easter egg of what's to come.
Yeah.
And when they're on the plane, Hugo Strange is insisting. He's like, Bruce Wayne is Batman, and Harvey Dent's like, "If Bruce Wayne's Batman, then I'm the King of England. Like, I know Bruce Wayne."
I know Bruce.
It's at this point, Batman's on the bottom of the plane. He's ripping the fuel pipes out. I love how Joker runs to the front of the plane. And he's like, things haven't quite been the same since deregulation. Which is just, I love Joker's stupid lines like that.
It's so timely.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And fantastic final scene, this one.
And he gets chucked, but then we see that Roll Robin comes again, just piloting the Batwing, which it's nice that it gets so much play in an episode because we haven't seen too much of it used since Feet of Clay Part 1, where he's interrogating.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to see the plane and think that, okay, that's a shot I could future use if I could ever fit it into a frame. So massive. But yeah, it resolves. And with Hugo Strange, he's being led to incarceration by Commissioner Gordon, and he's trying to tell with Batman right there that he's Bruce Wayne. I have a tape, blah blah. And then we see Bruce Wayne show up, which for the audience is also pretty confusing because you're thinking, how in the world is he doing this? Yeah. And then it's revealed to be Robin on some little stilts just to make him about the same size as undercover as Batman.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, was he Batman or he was Batman in that?
It was Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Bruce, okay.
Yeah, he was Bruce. It's just so
where
weird.
Did he get that quality of mask?
I know, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, but
that's so weird.
That's how it gets resolved. The only time we see Hugo Strange, sadly.
It just really is unfortunate, yeah. It's a fantastic episode. What are you going to rate this?
I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
8 because it makes it even more special that it's his one and only appearance. It's not the best episode. It's entertaining. Good stories, good little twist at the end. It's about everything that is Batman the Animated Series in an episode. It's just not on that upper echelon classic.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Yeah, so I could go with 8 as well. Yeah, I think that's fair. 8 was yeah, 8's a fair rating. Like you say, it's not a absolute classic, but it's a unique one, and just for some of the lines the Joker has in it, brilliant.
And I really do love that Harvey line because just again, it shows the connective tissue that Bruce and him were best friends and the tragedy that befell him.
Yeah, definitely. And he, deep down, he's still got that respect for Bruce Wayne and still is his friend. So
it's a nod to the Queen. The Queen gets mentioned in Batman Animated.
The Queen does get mentioned,
and she's still going.
Yeah, fantastic. She is still going. Yeah.
Well, that's the episode review.
Yeah.
And now
a cool episode.
We'd usually be done by this time, right? With the whole stuff,
we would usually
after talking about what the next episode is.
We would usually be done.
Which is the next episode?
The next episode that we shall be reviewing is a 2-parter. So this one's going to be a good fun one, which is Heart of Steel.
Yes, another tough one to shoot.
Very tough one, yeah. No outstanding enemies in this one.
Especially
that's going to be a fun episode nonetheless. But while we were talking of Batman Animated Series, this is something that I wanted to show you that I found earlier.
Oh yeah, this is the hint you gave me.
Yeah, so this is something that my dad had in the loft. He's had it for years. It's this doesn't look very exciting to look at first, but this. It's like a collector's album of cards and things from. So you got like the '89 movie here. There's loads of different things that you can see in there, like from different various scenes. I can't quite get the right angle. Damn. But what's quite cool? So you go through all these ones. You've got all the '89 movie in there. Skipping a bit forward, you've got all the ones from Batman Returns as well. All the cards from that.
That'll help on some inspiration.
Yeah, like so many cool different scenes. Like got the Penguin scene there. It's just so many fantastic ones. But looking more towards the back, we can see this is the start of the Batman the Animated Series cards.
Dang, those look so sick. I love those ones in particular. They look so basic but so cool.
Yeah, I love the sort of matte finish and everything. You got a Harvey Dent one as well there. It's fantastic. You've got ones like Mayor Hill,
he Kyle. Gets a card.
Yeah, so many cool ones. Some of Gleason as well. Look at the pictures of Batman on there.
Like a news report. I love it.
Yeah. You see like ones on the back of the cards as well. You got like a synopsis of each character, and
That's a
Yeah,
good
got lots of them.
find.
Riddler. Oh, there's Dr. Hugo Strange that we were talking about just.
This is what Instagram was before Instagram.
Yeah.
Look at the Joker one is
Just
sick.
look at
with
that.
the cards.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's like, some of these I didn't even know existed.
And
these are over like 20 years old. It's absolutely crazy. God, what date are these? 1993. These were made. These cards.
Sorry, I want to apologize for the to the radio listeners right now. But if you are to go look on this, like you need to go see these cards. They are amazing. Look, is that just a thug?
Joey the Snail.
The Snail.
Rupert Thorne. Got the Ninja. Spider
Coyote.
Conway.
Okay.
I mean, these are before the figures existed. These would be
accessory picks.
It's crazy.
The glasses from On Leather Wings.
That's crazy, man. So many cool things in it. It gives like a little, tells you all about what each thing does.
This is like it.
Then you got ones from actual episodes. You got On Leather Wings pictures. Then going into the Scarecrow's first appearance, and you got like that classic scene, I am the night, I'm Batman scene, and
these are great
so many
references.
So many of them. I mean, these go on forever.
Is it Captain Clown one?
Yes, that was Captain Clown. There's so many of these. Yeah, there we go. It's Captain Clown.
Yes. Joker. That looks like a figure fan Nate shot. Joker game.
Yeah, there's so many different ones, and there's a few comic ones as well here. This is the final Two-Face one. I love that. That's one of my favourite ones.
Great.
I've got some comic book ones as well. These are from the Year One comic.
The only cards I ever had of anything like that were from Batman Forever. So this is amazing.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
That's a beautiful one as well. Flying Graysons.
Ooh, dang!
It's a beautiful card. You got the original Nightwing suit as well.
Let's go Nightwing.
And
Tim Drake.
These are all the Nightfall Batman stuff as well here. Death in the Family.
Jason Todd getting smacked.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, the Robin being held up.
So many different ones, and you got Azrael's Batman here coming back as Sword of Azrael. Yeah, so many different ones here. Here we go. Here's the Nightfall stuff. But yeah,
is that Zaz? Not red background.
It is indeed. Zaz.
I love the coloring.
It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
This is a great treasure.
I couldn't believe it, man.
You're just cleaning?
Yeah, my dad was just getting rid of some old stuff, and he found this. Like, he knew it existed somewhere in the
is that Clayface
in the left?
What's that?
I'm not too sure, you know.
That looks great. Night Quest.
Epic piece of art, though. Absolutely epic, and in some Game Boy pictures.
That's pretty cool.
And that we've Batman
Forever. I had those.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's going all the way through. There's just so many, infinite amount of pictures.
I love that there's different angles of scenes from the movies.
Got like these ones, like the holographic ones,
the pricey ones. I wonder how much those would be raised for.
Some of these must be quite expensive these days.
Video game style.
Oh yeah, video game pictures. And we won't talk about these ones.
I bet those are pricey nowadays.
The shortest collection in the entire book, of course. But yeah, that's what we randomly found this week.
You just claim you got McGregor syndrome.
Book's absolutely huge. Book is absolutely huge. Like there's so many pictures in there. But thought it was quite a fun find.
What? No, that is awesome to share that. That's so cool. All right, if for people that are listening again, you need to watch the video to see some of the pictures, because I never even knew there was alternate shots taken of Batman scene from Batman 9. Like a killing shot.
Yeah.
Or from the very first scene in the beginning where the guys are getting held up.
It's weird that I was looking through it, I thought it was quite cool, and then I saw the animated ones, I was like, whoa, no way, as if these actually exist. It's crazy.
Those are like going in a time machine to the 90s. They look just like the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, they were made in 1993. It's just crazy to think about.
I wonder how many people I have those just hidden around somewhere, because that's pretty cool. You didn't have no clue that you had that.
No, I had absolutely no idea. My dad had just collected them back in the day. So
I had even more respect for your dad.
He would have been collecting them before I was born. So I was born in '94.
So you are genetically a Bat fan. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. But now you have something else to share.
Yes.
And it's your segment that I hope a lot of people enjoy because it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Figure of the week.
Figure of the week. Yeah, absolutely. Difficult choice this week. So obviously this guy has to get a shout. I brought the Eclipso figure, Mattel figure. He's quite cool. He's from Justice League episode Eclipsed. If no one's seen that, I also bought a figure that I know you're a big fan of, which is
Yes.
Got him on a decent deal.
That the Joker came out.
But figure of the week this week is going to be the Arkham Knight Scarecrow figure.
Dun, dun, dun.
Just how amazingly detailed. Yeah, just how amazingly detailed the figure is. So
and there's actually logic put into the design.
Yeah, fantastic. And the details of his hand with the scare gas serum, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely amazing figure.
I like what you pointed out. I like what you pointed out earlier with the gas canisters, because I never really paid heed to the
gas canisters on his chest are fantastic. Really nice detail. But yeah, definitely figure the week for me. How about you? What have you gone for?
What do I got? I think that it's gonna have to be, and I know that I've said this before, but I do think that it needs a lot of recognition. And it's also seeing I saw a picture of him in those cards, a nice close-up with a warm glow.
Oh, Alfred, yes.
The Mattel Alfred, and it's just because I was doing pictures with him this week, and I just still am blown away by the fact that we got him. Then we got like 3 versions. And then the fact that I've been able to use them for a bunch of different customs, and just thinking of all the amount of value you could get out of him. Hopefully he starts to get even more mass release and the price goes down on Amazon, that sort of thing. So you can get more of them. But I really, really enjoy this Alfred figure.
He's a phenomenal figure, that Alfred is.
And I'm really glad that Lewis got him recently, because he's been doing some really nice pictures with Alfred.
Definitely has, yeah. Definitely has.
So again, if you guys on the fence, you need to get that Alfred before it becomes... Agreed, it's probably because it's going to go down in price. I'm just being hopeful. It's probably going to go up.
Yeah, that is a direct order to go and get that Alfred. Yeah, he's fantastic.
But that's my figure of the week. So I'll have to come up with some pictures for him later. But it's going to be hard to come up with a picture for this after just doing one. But
very difficult.
I like the challenge.
Yeah, the episode picture is going to be very, very tricky for Bruce Wayne picture. I mean, I can't think of anything to go for, really. I might try and do that ending scene, but yeah, we'll see.
The Queen. You gotta do the Queen. No, I might have to rewatch it, even though I just did this a few days ago. Just because, I don't know, every time I watch it, there's a different scene that I pick out. It's like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Because usually I'll watch it and I'll just stop once I think like, okay, I got you. Because then I'll just think, oh, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And then
that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Keep the mind clear.
I'm sure people are overhearing me talk. You got any good things to send us out before we go to the guest portion?
No, to be quite honest, just thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to everybody for supporting both of us. Means a lot to people, and even though Instagram is being an absolute pain in the arse lately, like today, I haven't even been able to load anything in the feed and trying to refresh the feed, and nothing comes up. It's very strange.
You've tried posting and it just doesn't work?
Posting works, but I don't think anybody will see it because nothing seems to be loading on my feed at all at the minute. I the last time I could see anything was like 7 hours ago, and there's been nothing since. But there is a problem with it. I've been looking into it. There is a problem at the moment with Instagram. It's down in certain areas. No, it's just crazy, man.
The one thing that sucks is that in the age that we're living in, unfortunately, because there's just so many, there's not as many job opportunities as there used to be, or just more people. Social media is a legitimate form of income for a lot of people. So, not me.
It is.
But for those people that it's like their main source of income, I feel bad for them because that's like horrendously stressful.
Yes, definitely.
But hopefully, I hope it's fixed just because. Two posts isn't enough, and the fact that we get one post from you, that's kind of depressing, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been accidentally posting once some days because I've just completely forgotten. It's my own fault. Well, most of the time while I'm at work, I just so indulged, I just forget. But yeah, one of those things. But today is a purposeful choice not to post because Instagram is being an arsehole. So save it till tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll see your stuff. Hopefully maybe 4 pics tomorrow. I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah,
that's why I really like the weekends because at least you're gonna just get pumped with good content. Solid.
Yeah.
3 days going on Friday.
Yeah, looking forward to doing some Halloween pictures tomorrow. Definitely. Also seeing people do Halloween pictures if it loads, that is.
And I hope we get to see also a lot of funny cosplays and costumes because I know people like even Dave Francio who we've had on. He usually has some pretty cool costumes. So hopefully we see some stuff.
I'd like to see that.
A lot of Jokers and Harleys, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, definitely. After this year's Joker movie, there'll be loads of them. Probably more than ever. Probably got more Jokers than Harleys.
I'm gonna send you a video of this horrendous Joker cosplay. He's trying to dance down the stairs and he falls, and it's just hilarious. I'll send it.
I've seen people actually in New York trying to make it. I don't know if they're trying to make it illegal, ban people from going to the Joker stairs. I saw that lately.
That's some woman trying to get it.
The world has gone mad.
Yeah, she's trying to because she's saying it's a bad area. It's like, well, why wouldn't you want people to go there and make it a positive area, a positive thing?
Oh, it's just
like, no, keep it bad. Don't come here. Keep it bad.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, people are just insane and too PC for their own good.
You could turn it into an economic plus because you're going to get a lot of tourist attraction there.
Yeah.
Good.
So, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that's maddening. But thankfully, we could escape the world and come and do our thing on Toy Photography. Yes. Get away from that madness to enjoy our style of madness in a way. But we're glad that you guys enjoy it. And we sincerely do thank you for the support because it is genuine and it does mean a lot when we hear from you guys and that we hear that you guys enjoy it just to get you through like a terrible work day or something. Like that's cool to hear. So we thank you and we hope you enjoy the next part of the guest portion. Bye.